Hello YouTube, this is Nikhil Giddy. This is the first time I ever made a video, so bear with me here. This is my channel, and I've never had a channel, never really posted things I like talking about in a video format. Typically post things on Facebook, but I enjoy talking about politics, religion, philosophy, you name it. I like talking about it, and not a lot of people that I hang out with in my inner circle really like talking about it to the degree that I do. So I figured, why not start doing YouTube, see if I can make any money while doing it, or, just meet lots of people that maybe are like-minded or not like-minded and are interested in having these types of conversations. I will be upfront. I am hardcore Black conservative, Haitian American, I'm a Christian man, so all these biases that I may have will definitely probably come through, but I address them up front. And I know everybody else has their little biases, and some people try to pretend they're not, but I'm not going to be one of those types of people. So let's just start. So what really got me to do this video today is this guy at work. I don't work with him, but he came in. I was doing services for him. And one thing led to another, and he said something about, yo, dude, of course I'm registered to vote, man. We need to get Gillum in there. And I looked at him, I was like, never, ever that. Never that. And he's like, what? Never that? Either way, it just went down a rabbit hole of this and that and this and that. But from what I can see, this guy was probably the most educated Black Democrat or independent I've ever met. But some glaring things came to my attention. I was like, wow, it's pretty crazy in terms of how he believes our country was founded, and that it wasn't founded on Judeo-Christian values. And I was like, my man, listen. Yes, some of the founders, or most of the founders, may not have been hardcore Christians, but it's very hard for me to believe that this country wasn't founded on Judeo-Christian values if for years and years and years you weren't even allowed to have a position of power in government unless you were a professed Christian. I'm just saying, if this country wasn't based on those types of values, I don't know why that type of culture was being permeated at the time. Anyways, one thing led to another, and I was like, all right. And he's one of those people that you couldn't really get a full sentence in before, they got over you. But I was trying to lead him down the path of the Democratic Party has never been on the side of blacks, ever. I was just trying to follow him into the trap. Most people don't know why they don't say this or bring this up whenever they're talking about politics, especially somebody like me. But just being like, hey, listen, let me just follow you down this rabbit trail to show you that they've never been on your side. Number one, what party freed the slaves? Simple question. Now, if you went to a school that, wasn't super, super hard left leaning and actually told you the answers, they would have said it was the Republican Party. No questions about that, Lincoln. And the guy, he did tell me that, oh yeah, there's some quotes of Lincoln being racist, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I really don't care. The party is what freed Black people to allow them to not be slaves anymore. Simple as that. And then I asked, so what party was a party of Jim Crow? What party overwhelmingly wanted to push Jim Crow laws? And then that's when the party, the whole rabbit trails started flipping left and right. I was like, all right, but this is what I would have continued to ask him. What party is the party of Jim Crow? Most people don't know that answer. And if they do think they know the answer, you know what they say? They say the Republicans. Nah, broski. Democrats were overwhelmingly the party of Jim Crow. It was Republicans that eventually led that to stop. Party of segregation, Democrats. A little known fact is that the Civil Rights Act of 1960, if you actually look at it, and it was hard to look at it because they're not upfront about it. If you actually go in and you have to do some digging, even on leftist websites, if you look at the votes in terms of the Senate and the representatives and whatnot, if you look at it, it's like 64% on both sides, the Senate as well as the representatives, 64%. is how much Democrats actually voted for that. And on the Republican side, it was like 84, 85, 89% of them that voted for the Civil Rights Act of 1960. They're not going to tell you that because they want you to think that the Republican Party is a party of racism. And then they say this dumb, retarded stuff about, what is it? The big switch. What's his name? I love the guy. Dinesh D'Souza does a great article, great movie about it. If you actually put all the Dixiecrats and all the people who voted against the Civil Rights Act of 1960 in low pile and track to see if they ever switched to the Republican Party, you may be able to get 5 people in your hands. So I was going to try to lead this guy down this path, but I never got to there. But that's what really sparked me on, throwing up a video. If anybody ever watches this, wants to talk more about any of this stuff, put some recommendations at the bottom and let me know what type of topics I would like to talk about and see if maybe one day I can, get some people going back and forth, something like that. Well, either way, Caleb Gideon signing out.